Early mornings, you either love them or you hate them. And for me, this is the best time of the day. I set my alarm clock for 5:30, but nowadays I tend to wake up around about 10 past 5, 20 past 5, just before that alarm clock goes off, because my body clock has started to get used to it. This is a special part of my day because it's the time I dedicate to me. This is the part of the day that I use to get me set up, to get me prepared for what's going to happen in the day. The 6 things that I do. First and foremost, I get up when the alarm clock goes off or even just before that alarm clock. And here's the key to it. As soon as that alarm clock goes off or as soon as I'm awake, I throw the duvet off of me and I get my feet out of bed and I sit on the edge of the bed. Because if you allow them thoughts to come in your head, you know what one it is? It's like, oh, just 5 more minutes. It's so warm, it's so cozy, it's so nice in the bed. Game over. You've lost straight away. We've got to commit to doing that. So it's literally out of the bed and then you're up, you're out, you've done it. You've won your first challenge of the day. And these 6 things I do, they are like challenges to get me set up, because you know what it's like if you win something you feel good. And if I can win 6 times before I even go out the door, I'm on to a winner. I know the day is going to be a good day. The second thing I do is I go into the bathroom and I do this. That's right. I have a shower, and it's a cold shower. And the reason why I have a cold shower is because it shocks my system to waking up. It gets rid of that, you know what it's like, that, oh, I'm so tired, so tired. And it gets rid of that like that within an instant, and my body knows, right, game on now, the day is starting. Because otherwise, that feeling takes a good 15, 20, maybe even 30 minutes to shift that, whether you've had the coffee or whatever you have for breakfast, probably the hit of coffee normally. So that's what the shower does. And I know, I've heard all the stories. If you have a cold shower, it burns fat. If you have a cold shower, it speeds up your metabolic rate. If you have a shower, it stops you from getting ill. And I haven't experienced any of them. If I'm brutally honest with you, the only thing it does, it wakes me up and it gets my brain into that right frame of mind, so it doesn't allow me to back out of anything. I just walk in straight into that cold shower. There's no room for saying, oh yeah, but. You know the thoughts that stops you from doing it. This helps me train my brain so I don't have that thought. So I just go, right, that's what I need to do. Let's do it. And then that's when I do the dishwasher. Chores have got to be done, and I call mum. I give my mum a call every single morning just to make sure she's all right, and just to see what she's up to today. See if she needs any help. You know, doing the sun thing, and then it's breakfast time. This is what I have for breakfast every single morning. I have it because I enjoy it. It's nice. I don't worry about it's got this macro and that macro and this one and that one. It's this amount of calories. No, I do it because it's easy. It tastes nice. Yes, it's healthy, but that's what I enjoy. And it gets me going. I start on a positive. Boom, another tick. So I've got get up, tick, win. Cold shower, I've done it. I challenged myself and I beat it. Tick, done. Breakfast, nice and healthy. Tick, done. So you can see how it is working out. I'm winning every single thing I do. I don't set myself up to have something really fancy for breakfast that's really super healthy, because I know I'm not going to stick to it. You need to make these things that you are going to win. Doesn't matter what you do, they're easy to do, they're satisfying for you, and you're going to win every single day. Once I've had my breakfast, I go outside. Especially when the weather's like this, because spring is here, I can smell summer, summer's on its way. So what better way to have your breakfast or do your meditation?
So this is a great time for me to come outside, especially when the weather's like this, and just do maybe 5, maybe 10 minutes of meditation. It gets my head in the game because I'm so easily distracted by this, that, where, whatever else is going on. By me meditating and sort of doing my gratitude in the mornings, it gives me a chance to refocus, and before I leave the house, I'm in a real strong frame of mind. I know what I want to do. I know all the positive things that I want to achieve today, and it helps me with my direction. So I'm not saying spend half an hour homing like this or anything like that. Just spend 5 minutes. You can do it indoors, you can do it outdoors. I tend to come outside when the weather's like this because just listen. You can hear all the morning birds coming out. And that's the type of gratitude that helps me out in the mornings.
This is what my life's about. My purpose in life is to give back people the power to take control of their own lives. And if I'm not on my best form, how can I serve them, guys? So this is how I prepare myself in the morning. So another tick done. Won that one. Read. I need to educate my brain. So every day I read between 10 and 30 minutes of whatever the book is I've got to hand. It's normally on my Kindle. So by reading this book, I'm educating, I'm filling myself up with useful information. Because I think we've got to educate our brain. It's one of the most important things. Self-education or self-development is really paramount for us to grow and develop as human beings. So that's a big tick on my list. And then what I do next is I'm going to start moving my body. I need to start doing some form of physical movement. And it's not to get fit. It's not to get healthy. Well, it is kind of to get healthy, but my main purpose here is to fill my body up with oxygen, because I've been sleeping, I've been breathing really shallow, and my body needs its oxygen. So if I get outside or I go in the gym or I do get a mat out here where I do some form of movement, because the cells in my body need that oxygen, and it makes me feel awake, it gives me more energy, it makes me feel more alive, and then I can start functioning better. Also, another great thing about getting up early in the morning is it's me time. I haven't got, it sounds awful, but I haven't got Loz in my hair. I haven't got the phone's ringing. It's time for me to be by myself, have a bit of quiet time, because sometimes we just need to take care of ourselves. I'm out here, it's just me, Mother Nature, and a very strong smell of cannabis. Very weird. So the whole of my routine, if I'm looking at it full out, it takes me about an hour and a bit, okay? If I'm running out of time or I'm pushed for time, I keep the same things in, but I just condense them down. So I might meditate for 5 minutes, I might read for 5 minutes, I have my breakfast, smash that down, shower, call mum, done, out the door. So this is what I do every single morning. It's my morning routine. And if you say, how do I do it? You get up 15 minutes early. You start by getting up just 15 minutes early. If you can do that on a consecutive basis, that will become your norm. And when that becomes your norm, then you increase it by another 15 minutes and then another 15 minutes until you get up at the time that allows you to do everything that you want to do. And yes, there are some sacrifices. You can't stay up till midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning playing PlayStation, watching movies, or catching up on Game of Thrones. No, you've got to be strict. It's the arse end of the day where you've got to be as strict as possible. Right, 10 o'clock is my bedtime. 10 o'clock is my sleep time. 9 o'clock, 9:30, I get myself prepped for bed. I go to bed have a bit of telly or a bit of reading, whatever you do at night times, bit of that if you want to. And then 10 o'clock comes, everything goes off, go to sleep. And that's where the dedication comes in. You've got to commit to the end of the day to set yourself up for the beginning of the day. And I believe the beginning of the day is the most important.